Hey, listeners, and welcome back to the Review for Few podcast. I just want to kick off this episode to talk about last week's episode because Bridgerton came out and I was, super excited for Bridgerton. Just watched it. You guys got my honest opinion within the first 24 hours of watching it, but I needed to wait a little longer because after I realized that I am not liking season 3 so far. And let me tell you why. Look at season 2 and tell me what the flippin' flapjack. Why should I love season 3 so much? I'm obviously going to still hold out and watch for the second part because I still love Bridgerton, but when it comes to like the love stories, like you look at Kate and Anthony and you look at Colin and Penelope, it's just like I feel like it's all rushed. And I don't like it, but they do have some funny jokes and I still love Bridgerton at the end of the day, but I just thought I had to put that out there. I still love it. I'm just holding out for something better. Ain't we all? But how was your guys this week? Let me tell you what your girl has been up to. So before Bridgerton even came out, I was actually doing really good at finding stuff to, talk about, to review. And then after, it's just like bloop, 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 bloop. Thank God that I had those like few goods that were like, significant because they're no longer present. But it is what it is, pish posh, keep it moving, keep going. Not much has changed for me, just counting down the days till I could just count down days to the weekend, honestly, guys. Like, I feel like the weekends, they come so slow. Last weekend was like really slow and I enjoyed that, like that peace of serenity. But this weekend coming up, it's a holiday weekend, days off work. I don't gotta go back to work till Wednesday. Like, I just want to freaking relax, have a bottle of wine. I bought 3 bottles of wines. Like, I don't even remember what day I bought them. I think Sunday I bought them. And I'm down to like 2.5. One of them technically I killed one of them in a day, but bottles of wines are like bags of chips. It's not filled to the brim, so you can't really, you can't really be feeling some type of way. So it's like, it is what it is. But I had this new one. It was Moscato, because you guys know I love Moscato. And it was a peach Moscato from the brand Cupcake, and I really like it. At first I was just like, where's the peach? Where's the peach? And then the peach came, and I was just like, okay, I like this. And can I just say, they had a watermelon flavor, and I was like, let me not get the watermelon flavor. Sometimes I be stopping myself from doing certain things because it's just like, black people, and it's like, I be damned if somebody do that to me. So I like try not to get like so many like watermelon flavored stuff, even though I love watermelon just as a whole. And when you think about it, watermelon flavor doesn't taste nothing like watermelon because watermelon is water. Melon, you know what I mean? So I be trying to stay away from it. Right now, I've been like eating my honeydews, but summer's right around the corner, so I can't wait to get my hands on some juicy watermelon. But I be trying. I don't like grape flavor. Let me put that out there. I love me some grapes, but I hate grape flavor. Some people are like, you don't like grape, and it's just like no, I don't like grape. You bag of wind, like that freak. It's just so weird, but I be trying to catch myself, guys. I be trying to catch myself. I recently became a foster mom for dogs, and I found out it's not that it's not for me. The dog that I had just wasn't it. He was a bigger dog. He's so lovable. And if you guys want to know more about him, you could go on Delilah's Instagram, delilah.dulce, DOLCE, like Dulce and Gabbana. And you could like learn some more about him and all the other animals at this really great rescue group. He's such a sweetheart. He's so lovely, but my Lord, he was so stubborn. He pissed in my house so many freaking times. Delilah, I've had Delilah since last year, August. I got Delilah when she was 3 months old. This dog was like 4 months old. And it's like, Delilah doesn't even piss in my house this much. She doesn't piss in my house at all. And when she was still in her puppy phase, it was like very rare for her to do it because we were on a schedule. And honestly, she expected to go outside at a certain time. And I lived up to her expectations, on most days. I was just like, I can't do this. And then literally, the morning before I gave him away to another foster to help before him to stay with before he gets his forever home, which I really hope is soon. He was chewing on something, and you gotta open the dog's mouth, you gotta open stuff. He was like a pit bull lab big dog breed, you know. But you could tell he has pit in him, but he's still so sweet, and he weighs nothing compared to Lila. He's like 14 pounds, and Lila's like 14 tons. So yeah, but his teeth, like one of his, well, not his teeth, but one of his tooth like nicked my finger, and I was like, ah, gosh, and it hurt, and I went about my day, and then like I like kept looking at my finger, and I was like, something don't feel right about my finger, and then I woke up in the middle of the night to go pee and like, you know, check on Lila, and then I went to go like flip off the light switch, and my hand looked so swollen, guys. I was just like, oh my god. So I like texted my friend, and then like for some odd reason she was up at 3 in the morning. She's like, wait, why are you up? And it's like, I got up to go pee, why are you up? Like, I'm still half asleep. Like, I took a video of my hand because I was just like, I don't know if it really looks swollen, because I'm like, I'm half asleep. It was swollen, because when I woke up 2 hours later, actually fully rested, I saw it, and I was like, okay, it was swollen. And when I woke up, the swelling had went down a little bit, and as the day went on, it kept going down. And I had told my mom was talking about something. I'm glad you didn't call me at 3 in the morning. Like, what if something was seriously wrong with me? Talk about, you glad I didn't call you at 3 in the morning. Think about my mama. She would have answered the phone. Without a doubt, my mama would have answered the phone. She just wouldn't have remembered the phone call. You know what I mean? She just wouldn't have remembered the phone. My mama learned her lesson a long time ago when I shipped out to boot camp. You guys, she learned her lesson, because let me tell you a little story about young Diavion. When I was 18, getting ready to leave to go to the military, you know, you got to go through basic training. So the basic training, you know, I'm not from Miami, but the place that, you know, our journey started was in Miami, which was weird, because it's like, we gonna pass my home one more time. But anyways, we in Miami, we on the bus, we on the Greyhound, and we drive all the way up. I think we stopped in Jacksonville to eat. And then we make it to South Carolina. And I had told my mama before I left, I said, Ma, they're going to tell me to call you or call somebody. That somebody is going to be you. You must answer the phone. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, you know, I get to Paris Island, and I never watched any of the boot camp videos before I ever shipped off. And I would say it was chaotic, but it was like, oh my God, what? Like, what's going on? Like, it was like that. And so I, you know, dialed the number. They had like jail phones, y'all. I was just like, oh no, that should have been the first sign of what I signed up for. Like, oh, I might have chosen the wrong branch. That should have been the first sign. But anyways, I dialed the number. Sorry, the voicemail you have called is currently not yada yada. I'm just like, oh, I know this lady didn't. So I dial it one more time, y'all. The voicemail box you have reached. I said, oh, I know this lady didn't. So the first night, I felt really sad, because I'm just like, how did they know I got here safe? You know, what's going through everybody's mind? Do they think I'm okay? My mom didn't come to Miami to see me off because she's a crybaby. So my dad had came, and I felt, you know, really sentimental that at least one of my parents was there. But I also wanted them to know, like, hey, I made it safe, you know? And nothing. And so then, like, I can't remember, honestly, the time frame of my time in boot camp, because you don't have a phone, watch, nothing. You just have each other. But, like, some time passes, and, like, they kind of take a couple of us kids off somewhere, and I'm just like, what is going on? And they're like, dial the numbers, yada, 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 and they give, and so I dial my mom's number one more time, go, hello, and she actually answered the phone, and she was crying, and I was just like, oh my God, girl. She's like, I just told you, but she learned her lesson. I love my mom. I love you, Mom, but let me, I was so mad that night when she didn't answer the phone. I was just like, first night outside of Florida in a minute, because I'm going to be real with y'all. Before I was 18, I ain't never really stepped foot out of Florida like that. I've been in New York, maybe Georgia, I think. I can't remember. I don't know where else I've been, because I don't know what I was doing for them first, like, 4 years of my life. But it's like, you know, I'm new to this, you know? Not true. I'm new to this. I don't know nothing, you know? Out here in the bayou, it felt like all them damn gnats and flies and weird insects that they got in South Carolina. And she ain't answered the phone. I was so upset. And then I remember, like, when we got towards the end of it, like, I remember I called her, like, they had flip phones. Another sign I should have known what I signed up for. But somebody had bought a flip phone. And I was like, oh, let me call my mama. And I called my mama, and it was like so cute, so nice. But yeah, I guess that's just a little, whatever, just a little story. Let's let's get on with this. I love my mama. May is all about Mother's Day, so I love my mama. Whatever. Let's get on with the show. I recently watched a new series on Amazon called Maxton Hall. It has a subtitle to it, but I can't remember it because it's irrelevant. But Maxton Hall, how can I describe it to y'all? It's like a prep school, but not a prep school. Like, take how you envision a prep school, take that out of your mind. It's not that. And it stars like Ruby Bridges. I don't know the actors' names or whatever, but her name is like Ruby Bridges. And then like the guy, oh my God, what was the guy's name? And then like they're not British, but they got accent. It's European. I know it is. I know my accents very, very well, except Spanish. And I don't know what it is. But I very much so like it. Shall I just talk like this for the rest of the podcast? Give you a little ASMR. I kind of like it. Anyways, in the show, you get to see how they interact with one another. And, it's kind of like, it was given like enemies to lovers, but in the sense of like high school, because that's what they're in. It's kind of like, oh, I don't care what you think about me, pish posh, you know what I mean? But it wasn't that at all. Like, it was just so much more to it, and I kind of like it. I don't know if it's I don't think it's German. I feel like I would be able to tell if it was German, and I feel like if something was in German, it would be in actual German. But you could tell the dialogue doesn't match up to the subtitles, because I'm the type of girl that can't not watch things with subtitles. So it's just like, yeah, you get what I'm saying? But anyways, I think that definitely I'm going to declare the month of May for the podcast the month of love. And I find it very coincidental. Is it coincidence? I don't know how to say that. I'm gonna declare it the month of love because I got a lot going on for me, guys. I got a lot going on for y'all too. So it's just really good. But anyways, let me give you a good wraparound of what goes on. It's a fancy school, and Ruby Bell was her name. I said Ruby Bridges. Oh my God, wasn't Ruby Bridges the girl from Brown v. Board of Education? That is so shameful of me. Oh my God, somebody ought to take my car. Too bad they can't. I crack myself up. But her name is Ruby Bell. I'm realizing that. I haven't been looking at my notes this whole time. And so Ruby Bridges came to my mind because I'm like, I know it's like RB something. It's Ruby Bell. But anyways, she goes to this fancy school and she wants to get into a good university. Her family is not of money like all the other students, so she really is looking forward to getting into Oxford. And who wouldn't be excited to go to Oxford? And, she needs a good recommendation letter. At very prim proper schools, you need that type of stuff. And so she stumbles upon a girl and a teacher doing something not nice. And honestly, it wasn't even that bad. I think they were like kissing, if I'm not mistaken. But that still is, bad. But Europeans do things different than Americans. So anything's possible, making progress, but anything's possible. But she does that. And so the girl tells her brother, and her and her brother, they have the weight of the name Beaufort. And so he basically targets her, and he's like, if you spill anything about my sister, if you talk about my sister, and she was just like, I'm not gonna say anything, and I'm not scared of you, mate. Get that bum face. She was just like, oh, we stand in our big business. Okay, Miss Bell, you better ring-a-ling-ding. And so he's like, this girl's gonna be a problem. So that's what he's thinking. Like, this girl's gonna be a problem, and I'm going to solve it. Because that's my sister, that's my ride or my die. And at the time when I first started watching the show, in the first episode, I didn't know they were twins till later on in the series when they actually, say like they're twins. And I didn't pick up on it. I thought like, maybe like her brother was older, the girl and his sister were of the same class in a lower grade. But no, they're all in the same grade level. So I was just like, oh, I didn't know that. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie or read the books back in middle school when Wattpad was a thing, the After series. It was very much given hints of that, but I don't like the after series. And let me tell you why I'm going to divulge from our main topic. I don't like the after series because it's just so played out. I could understand how as middle schoolers we read Wattpad and all that stuff. I wasn't a Wattpad girl, but I can understand how girls did that. But looking at this through my 20-something-year-old eyes, watching those movies and seeing it come to life, I was just like, the girl's stupid. And like, I don't know, it's technically not even a freaking spoiler, but in the after series, she eventually marries him and everything like that. And I found it very stupid and idiotic. And I say that because in Maxton Hall, I feel like Ruby at times is being very stupid because she's a smart girl, just like old girl who I can't think of her name was, Blonde Betty, and she's just choosing to like fall for this guy, and she kind of like not like Harden, because Harden was just a mess, but for him it's kind of like, his name was James, it was kind of like, oh, I'm rich, like I got everything going for me, like I don't need anything, like you see that my name is on like the building, like girl, I don't care what you say, if you open your mouth, I promise you it'll be the end of you. You'll never make it out the country, you'll never step foot in Oxford, nobody will ever want to hire you, blah 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 blah. And in some ways he was trying to help her, but then like all guys do, he was just a complete ass and idiot and embarrassed her and made her feel less of what she was. Like, she already knew she didn't fit in and she didn't want to try to fit in. She didn't come from a family of a lot of money. She lived in the country in a very small house, and she has this trauma. I'm not going to elaborate too much on it, but she has this trauma, and it's like, damn girl, I feel really bad. That would weigh me down too if I was you. I can't even lie, you know what I mean? And it's just like a lot, and you just have this rich flamboyant boy coming into your life, and it kind of just like throws everything off in a way. And I feel as if like she could have did better. She could have did a lot better. I hate when shows, movies, books, audiobooks, because I don't actually I don't actually read books. I hate when they show really smart, intelligent girls doing like the dumbest stuff, because it's like, I get it, it's supposed to be somewhat relatable, but it's like, oh my god, we get to be stupid girls every single day when we listen to what guys tell us. The last thing I want to do is see somebody who is so intelligent fall for the same theatrics that we do. You know what I mean? Not trying to belittle a woman in any way, or a man, but it's like, I just want to see a happy ever after. I think that's why I like Bridgerton, because it's like, at the end of the day, I know I'm going to get a happy ever after for some stories. Okay. I need to stay off TikTok, and people need to stay off TikTok because they need to shut up about Bridgerton. If we not there yet, shut up. Anyways, I just hate seeing stuff like that, especially when, like, if you watch the show, you see, like, she's a very nice girl, poised, very put together. You could tell she has manners, and you meet this wad. And to elaborate more on James, that's the name of the guy in the show, I feel like as the show goes on, you don't really... Well, no. I'm saying that wrong. As the show goes on, you see that he is just as broken, if not more, than Ruby. Because as we all know, money is the root of all evil. And let me just say this. His dad might just be Lucifer himself. And the way the show ends, the last episode is... I'm trying to figure out how to put it. One, these episodes are like really long. You don't even realize like you're still on episode 2. You're like, oh, I'm already on like episode 4. Like, nah, partner. Like, these episodes are nice and long, just the way I like it. But in the last episode, it's like, it makes you a little sad, because it's like, I mean, oh my god, I don't want to give it away, but it's like, it's a little bit much. It's just a little bit much. I feel for them. You know, I'll give them that. I feel for them. The show's rated R. I don't understand why it's rated R. Is it rated R? I think it's rated like TVMA, MA. I don't know. It's rated. I don't know why it's rated. It's not even raunchy or anything like that. I feel like they don't really swear, and if they do, it's kind of like, you bloody bugger, like, just piss off. It's not really, it's not like Americans that, just go for it. You know what I mean? Born in the USA, hey, hey. Anyway, I don't know why I did that. It just gives a lot. The show is really good. And let me tell you why I'm holding out for season 2. Mind you, this show literally just dropped May of this year on Amazon Prime. And I'm holding out for season 2 because I feel like there's so much more to the story. And the way the events go at the end of season 1, I just want to see what's in store for season 2. Shows like this, who do season 1 very well or leave you wanting more, guessing, when it comes to season 2, it's like you have to do better than the first. I need to love the first season more than the second season to really get a grasp on it. And I think with a lot of shows, it's like that for me. Some of them. But you always got to outdo the last one. And I feel like that's another reason why I don't like Bridgerton. But we're not going to get into it. It's not Bridgerton week. Not going to get into it. But I feel like it's just things like that. This show is really good. And I feel like... because they are teenagers, I feel like for a teenage love, it portrays teenage love good. If I look back at my time when I was a teenager in high school, which I hated. I don't know which I hate more. Being a high schooler or being a young adult. Like, that's the $1 million question. Do I hate high school or being a young adult more? Like, I don't know what's worse, because college is whooping a girl's booty. Speaking of college, I passed my classes for spring semester, just to throw that out there. That's why I got wine this weekend, to celebrate that. Getting, more credits closer to that degree, guys. I'm going to do like a virtual graduation just to make it feel like I'm just the talk of the town. I'm on top of the world. Look out, bitches. But, damn it, I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. I don't know which one's worse, being a high school or a young adult. I feel like high school because it's really catty, and that's what the show kind of gives. But then it's also like, my love life was not like this in high school. But then again, I was not searching for boys in high school. I was just looking to have a good time. I feel like that hasn't changed as an adult. Like, I'm just looking for a good time. You want to go out? Let's go out. You want to do this? Let's do this. Like, I'm down for a good time. I'm here for a season. And when my season is over, like, that's just how I feel about it. I just call it like I see it. You know what I mean? But to dive a little bit more into the concept of Maxton Hall and how I see it, it's like, let me put on my like psychologist hat real quick. I feel like people tend to like people that they think is unobtainable. I don't know if I'm saying that word right. I think that's what I feel like. People tend to like people who they think are unattainable, and the people who are attainable, it's like throwing sand in your face. It's like, why do that? Why lower your standards or think you don't have the potential to be better, do better? And I say that because like Ruby feels like, oh, like he would never want to go out with me. He doesn't even like me. Like, why? Like, he was literally just saying he was going to do X, Y, and Z so I couldn't get into the university I wanted to get into. Like, why would I ever, do stuff like that? And I feel like as humans, as men, as women, we have to learn to recognize what's great about ourselves. And I say this because I feel let me word it differently. People look at me and think, oh my God, she's so conceited. Like, she thinks she's the prettiest girl in the room. She thinks she's this. She thinks she's that. And it's like, well, I do. Because, don't get me wrong. I have moments where I'm just like, oh my God, I'm the butt of the donkey. I feel so ugly. And then, I have, these things called friends that be like, no, you're pretty. And I'm just like, shut up. But, you have to love yourself. And obviously there's a level to it. I don't think I'm conceited. I don't think I'm a narcissist. It's just about loving myself. Because believe it or not, there was a period of time in my life where I hated myself. I hated the way I looked. I hated everything about me. I hated my body, my hair, my face. Never my skin color though, but I hated everything else. And it took a while. It took some time to learn to love myself. And I feel like when you take that time to learn yourself, you open the door to a new beginning. You open the door to new adventures. And I feel like for me, how do I do this without bashing my friends? I feel like for me, I'm strong willed and strong minded. Not saying that the friends that are in my corner aren't. I say it because I'm okay with being alone. I was alone for a while and I went through my era of healing. I went through my healing era. And I feel like not everybody needs to go through a healing era, but there's just a time and a moment where you just need to heal yourself. And I feel like people think like, oh, a healing era, like I'm not taking a year, 2, 5 years. And it's like sometimes your healing era could just be like a month. Maybe today and then tomorrow's will be different. Some people will take a year, some people take 2 years, some people just go till they feel like they're comfortable going on with the next adventure, the next journey in their life. But I feel like everybody needs to just take a moment and reflect on themselves and be like, I am worthy. My person is out there somewhere. And you know what? I might have already met my person. My person might just be me. My person might just be God. My person just might not be, a thing of now. There's just different outlooks to it. And I feel like watching the show Maxton Hall made me realize that, like, wow, there are people out there who think like they don't deserve this great thing called love. And I know love can be painful sometimes, but I do believe everybody's entitled to happiness. And I wish nothing but happiness for every single person in my life, because why not? I really hope my friends get married for real and start having some babies real soon, because it's like, come on now. You know what I mean? I can't do it first because like I want really good gifts when I get married and when I have kids. But that's not here nor there. But it's just stuff like that. I think I don't know, for me, when I watch shows like this, I always try to find the deeper meaning, or sometimes I don't even try to find it. It finds me, and it's just like, oh my God, why are you bothering me? And I feel like Maxton Hall is a really good show. I'll give it that. It's a really good show. I think Prime is starting to step up its game with shows. They're a little slow with it. You would think with how much money they make from Prime in general, like Amazon Prime, like shipping, because I'm a loyalty member and have been for plenty years, you would think they would have enough money to produce more stuff, more good stuff, because some of the stuff that they were producing was very, very not it. Like the reboot of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I don't even want to freaking watch it. I don't care enough to watch it. Netflix just put the original Mr. and Mrs. Smith on their platform. Like, nobody wants to, oh my God, a black guy and an Asian girl. I'm sorry. I'm like, I get it, but like, BFFR. Anyways, it's just things like that. They don't use their money in all the right places, and in some places they do good. I think summer so far for shows is going good because you have Bridgerton already released in spring. House of Dragon is coming back. Guys, I can't wait. No part of me will ever want to watch Game of Thrones. It's just in me. Just like that. And, people who are like, you should really watch Game of Thrones. It's like, there's no point because House of Dragon takes place before Game of Thrones. So it's like, even if I did watch Game of Thrones, does it really matter? And like some period pieces like that period, it's just a little too much for me, guys. It's just a little too much for me. Sometimes a girl just wants to have a glass of wine, laugh, or reminisce or dream about something. But I just let's be real with ourselves. Let's not live the freaking catty ass dream. Let's not be delusional. Stuff like that. But I have really high hopes. I'm really excited for everything that is to come, because like the shows are lacking, and I'm really like buckling down on school. Like I've already dropped up like how I'm gonna go into my summer semester. That's right, I'm doing summer classes this year. They start in June, and I'm not ready for it at all because it's like 3 weeks away, and it's just like spring semester just ended. Spring semester ended at the beginning of May, and summer semester starts the second week in June. And then after that, I don't even get a break because it ends in August. And then August starts fall semester. So it's like, girl, we're in for an adventure in 2024. But anyways, I'm just excited because I need something when I'm like when I'm doing homework. I need something to be watching. You just have my attention. Like, I'm ready for 1,000-Pound Sisters to be back on Max because I don't got cable TV like that, so I gotta wait for it to be on Max or even 90 Day Fiance. Me and Delilah are just really lacking these days. We're just really lacking, guys. We just sit home, try on cute outfits, drink a glass of wine, maybe a cup of tea, and then we go to bed. We're too young for this. I'm only 23 and she's only 1. We must do better. Must. Oh, can I just say that the lady who plays Eloise, Claudia Jesse, she's so freaking funny and she's been all over my timeline and I can't stop freaking dying. Today alone, I felt like I had a hernia growing because between her and then I was watching clips of American Dad and then I was watching clips of Bob's Burger, and then I was watching Archer on Netflix because they put it back on Netflix. Mind you, I used to watch Archer as a kid, and I had no business watching Archer as a kid, and I still watch it now, and it's still freaking funny, but now I actually get the jokes. I tell you guys, I feel like I was going to die how hard I was laughing. I love a good show. I love a good laughter. I'm here for it all. I want to laugh so hard. All you hear is... like, I just want to, like, I want to go to a comedy show. Hopefully it's not taped because I promise you they're going to be pissed at their audio because all they're going to hear is this cackling, this whistling, this overzealous girl, and they're going to be like, "What? Get her out of here. Get her out of here." Like, oh my God, guys. Anyways, May is finally coming to an end, even though it literally just started. What a way to kick it off with Cinco de Mayo, but what a way to end it with Memorial Day. What are you guys doing for Memorial Day weekend? I plan on going out and about on town. For go find me a sugar daddy. Let me tell you why I need a sugar daddy. I need some sugar, okay? And by sugar, I need cha-ching, cha-ching. People really be making their best life off these men. And I'm not saying that's a good thing but I'm not a gold digger, I'm a gold, Goal digger, I live up to my achievements, you know what I mean? I work hard to be taken serious as just a very knowledgeable, if not academic woman, just stuff like that. But, sometimes the kitty cat want to roam the streets, you know what I mean? It is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. So I'm finna like dress up, look real cute, and go around town. There are like so many nice restaurants and bars out here. Mind you, I'm going to do this in moderation because like I am tasty and I do not need to be getting snatched up like that. Like, please do not put me on no white t-shirt. I will come back and haunt you. Don't do that. Okay? But, we're going to see what the city has to offer for Little Miss D'Avion. Just really get out there. Plus, like I said, I feel like I haven't had a vacation in forever, or not a vacation. I just haven't had like days off in forever since I I went on like leave for my birthday. And that was in March. It was in March. We're only in May. It wasn't that long ago. I've just been exhausted, guys. So I just need like a really good just back. Like I just need to get drunk. Make a whole bunch of shots around the world, and just, throw off a shirt. I wish there was a beach around here because I would totally go to the beach, but I live in like the worst place. I don't know if you guys haven't catch where I live. I live in the DMV, so it's like, and I live in the M in the DMV, and all of it sucks, guys. All of it sucks, but there's no beaches, and I miss beaches. Like, I'm so ready to just head back down south. You don't even freaking know. But anyways, before I let you guys leave, before I let you go, hey, I would never let you go before I go. I think I messed that up on one episode. I can't remember what it was, but I definitely messed it up. But make sure you guys follow the new Review for Fuse Instagram page. It's literally at Review 4 Fuse. And I promise you're going to love it. Miss Delilah got her own Instagram page. And can I just say, Delilah's been getting so many likes and so much love. I love it. I kind of love this mama pet community because it really is for me. I just feel like a George Peach. And don't forget to show some love by liking or commenting or just subscribing down below. Happy listening, y'all.